What's good, sports fans? Are you ready to elevate your live entertainment experience? Well, let me introduce you to SeatGeek, an amazing platform that connects you to your favorite events while saving you money. With SeatGeek, you can easily find tickets for sports games, concerts, and so much more, all in one place. The interface is user-friendly, making it simple to browse and compare prices. And one of the best features is the interactive seating chart. You can see exactly where you'll be sitting and how much you'll be spending, ensuring you get the best value for your money. But here's the best part. Check this out. By using my promo code, ChalkItUpSports, you can enjoy a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. That's right, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Imagine catching that thrilling game or concert without breaking the bank. It's a win-win situation. Plus, you'll be a part of a community of fans who eat, sleep, and breathe live events just as much as you do. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to download the SeatGeek app today. And don't forget to use my promo code ChalkItUpSports for a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. Get excited. Now let's get back to the show. What did I tell you? 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 I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II. And you guys are tuned into a Philadelphia 76ers dose of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. What did I tell you guys yesterday? We were live yesterday, same time as usual. And I told you guys, I said, watch the Sixers blow this game. Watch the Sixers lose this game. Because the Pistons are coming. I like their roster. I like the Pistons roster. I like Kay Cunningham. I like Jaden Ivey. I like Tim Hardaway Jr. You feel what I'm saying? I like their roster. I really, really do. Isaiah Stewart plays with effort. I told you guys yesterday, watch the Sixers fuck this up. Watch they find a way to lose this game. And yeah, right, you know, we saw that Raptors game and we were like, wow, like how did you blow that game? But quite frankly, I knew this was going to happen. There wasn't any doubt in my mind they would lose this game. It really wasn't. And you know, I'm not going to pretend like Tyrese Maxey didn't give his all. Tyrese Maxey gave you 32 points. He went 12 for 25 from the field. That's just under 50%. He was efficient from the field. Still can't drop a three-point shot to save his life right now. He went 2 for 10 from deep. But he gave you 7 assists, only 1 turnover. And again, 6 for 7 from the free throw line. Shot just under 50% from the field, 32 points, played 40 minutes. I'm sorry. Does Tyrese Maxey have to drop 60 for the Sixers to win a freaking basketball game? You saw in that Pacers game, he had to drop 45. 45 just to beat the Pacers by what? 3 points, 2 points in overtime? Like, think about that. After Tyrese Maxey, is this roster really that bad? Now, let me say this. I don't want to speak out of turn here. Let me say this. All these guys on the roster, like Caleb Martin, Kyle Oubre, Andre Drummond, right? Yabusele, like Eric Gordon, all those guys. You didn't bring those guys here to be your leaders or your go-to guys. You got a bunch of guys who are catching shooters. They don't put the ball on the floor. You don't want Kelly Oubre putting the ball on the floor too much. You don't want Caleb Martin putting the ball on the floor too much. Andre Drummond was brought here to be a backup. Yabusele was here to be a rotational guy at the 4, maybe the 5 at times. Kyle Lowry, old as hell. You didn't bring him here to really play heavy minutes. Eric Gordon, old as hell. You didn't bring him here to play heavy minutes. You brought guys that can stretch the floor for you, that can shoot the ball. And this Sixers team was built around Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey. This team wasn't built around just Tyrese Maxey. And that's why we're seeing what we're seeing. But even beyond the way the team was built, even beyond certain players' limitations, I don't care how big, how small, whatever your skill set is, one thing that should never, ever be questioned, one thing that's free, one thing that doesn't take any talent or skill at all is effort. And once again, another game where the Philadelphia 76ers were out-hustled from beginning to end. Both sides of the floor. The Sixers lost the rebounding battle, 49-37. Lost the offensive rebound battle, 12-8. Lost the assist battle. Detroit had 23 assists. The Sixers had 17. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, Detroit had 23. The Sixers had 17 when it comes to the assists. Detroit had 17 turnovers. 17 turnovers. And you still couldn't beat them. Detroit, they also shot 41% from 3. That's what you want to see. The Sixers, 28% from 3. What the hell is going on? This is why opponents are able to collapse on Maxey, and this is why opponents are able to play zone on you. Because y'all can't fucking shoot. But again, Caleb Martin is a catch and shoot guy. Kelly Oubre, catch and shoot. Kyle Lowry, catch and shoot. Eric Gordon, catch and shoot. Tyrese Maxey is the only one that you really want shooting off the dribble. Or Paul George, right? But Paul George ain't here. Joel Embiid ain't here. And, you know, I don't want you guys to get me misconstrued. I'm really not that, like, again, I'm not surprised by this. You know, I'm animated because I want to entertain. And I want to give you guys a great show, right? That's why I'm animated. That's why I'm passionate. But I don't want you guys to think that I'm emotionally invested in this game. Because once I saw that Raptors game, I was like, oh, wow, yeah. Yeah. I do get infuriated by effort, though, or lack thereof. I do. But I wasn't surprised they lost this game. I really wasn't. If you guys saw the show yesterday, you guys can double back and watch that if you want. But I'm not surprised they lost this game at all. I'm not. You know, Nick Nurse, you know, there were moments where I felt like, hey, the rotations, this is getting a little stale. Do something. I will give him credit for this, though. I will give him credit that Jared McCain got more minutes. Thank God. Jared McCain got more minutes. I think Jared McCain, let me make sure I got this right here. Let me see. Jared McCain played 22 minutes. I ain't mad at that. He gave you 12 points. 3 for 9 from the field. Should be a little bit more efficient, but he got to the free throw line. 6 for 6. 3 rebounds, 3 assists. There was a point in the game where they had them by a dub. A dub. But they want us to take the Sixers serious. And look, I know people already have their misconceptions about the Pistons. Oh, the Pistons suck. But when you really look at their roster, they're talented. They are. And this is me not trying to make an excuse, y'all. I'm not. I was looking at the roster yesterday and I'm saying, oh, this Pistons team got some players. They got some players I like. And this is the God honest truth. You know? I like Tim Hardaway Jr. I like Jaden Ivey. I like Kate Cunningham. You know? Isaiah Stewart is a very high, is a high effort player. You feel what I'm saying? Like I like some players on Detroit. That's just me though. But that's besides the point, right? You let Tobias Harris come in here and dog walk you. Tobias Harris went 8 for 18 from the field, had 14 boards. 14 boards. You let Tobias Harris come in here and tell y'all to shut the fuck up. That's what he said. I mean, look, it's hard to really gauge this team when you don't have Joel Embiid and Paul George. And by the day, I am growing more and more and more frustrated with this Joel Embiid situation. And my man RJ in the live chat said something very interesting. And I am a believer of higher powers. I am a believer in the football gods. I am a believer in the basketball gods. My man RJ said, bro, we are trash. This is all Joel Embiid's fault for disrespecting basketball. The basketball gods will never let you say, I'm not going to play back-to-backs. This is why you don't share everything. This is my problem. Like, why? And thank you, RJ. I agree with you 100%. And my man Jay Love is in the building. He says, I agree, RJ. This is karma. That man is robbing the bank and he will be punished for it. He also says they let Tobias Harris punk them. You're so right. You're right. Jay Love says, Tone, I was the biggest Embiid apologist, and I'm done with him now. He needs stipulations in his contract like Zion. Why are he making all this money being a part-time player? I agree with you 100%. You need to get down to this weight. If you don't get down to this weight, you forfeit this X amount of money. Period. But you know what the Sixers' problem is? They soft. Not Joel Embiid. The Sixers organization is soft. They scared of that man. They scared to put pressure on that man. They scared to say, hey, Joel Embiid, you're fat. Lose some weight. Take some weight off your knees, kid. You let Joel Embiid tell it. I lost 25 pounds, 30 pounds over the offseason. You let him tell it, he's losing the weight. And again, I think I get so frustrated with the Joel Embiid things because I just saw you hooping in Paris. Playing well, actually. Hooping. And all of us, you wasn't on a minutes restriction then. There wasn't no plan then. This is crazy. And look, it's early in the season, but you don't want to get too far under 500. You don't want to do that. You don't want to get in a situation where, when Paul George and Joel Embiid come back, you're like 5-18. You don't want to, and that's a crazy example, but you don't want to be in a situation where Paul George and Joel Embiid coming back here and you're so far under 500. Because you don't want to be an 8th seed and you got to play Boston or the Knicks or the Bucks. Like, I don't understand, man. Like, this whole Joel Embiid fiasco was so confusing because part of me says, hey, you know what? I don't want him to get hurt. Do what you got to do to get him to the playoffs. But then part of me is like, Like you can't predict this stuff. You can't predict injuries. You can't legislate them. You can't control it. Either you're going to get hurt or you're not. You're going to get like it doesn't. I don't compute it. I'm always torn off of this kind of stuff, man. I'm always torn. Do you try to manage his workload until he gets to the playoffs, or do you just say play and the chips fall where they may? Look, man. Look. I've always had this opinion, but I've never shared it publicly. And I know we're only 4 games deep, right? Or 4 games deep. And, when we do see Joel Embiid play, and he's going to give us games where we're so enthused and inspired by his performance, right? We're going to get those games. But we've been on this roller coaster way too many times. Way too many times. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be honest. I don't even know if I should say this. Because once you say it, people want to hold you to it. I don't know if I should say this. Because I want to be responsible. But I've been feeling this way for a few years. I want to trade Joel Embiid, yo. I want to trade Joel Embiid. I want to trade him. I'm over it. I'm tired of this whole injury shit. I'm tired of it, yo. I've been tired of it for a few years, but and I've been feeling this way. And he's been. It's like being in an abusive relationship, right? They put their hands on you and they say, you know what? I'm not gonna do it again. I love you. I hate when you make me do this. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be better. I know you love me. I know you didn't mean it. But then 2 days later, you still beating my ass. But you didn't mean it though. So when it comes to Joel Embiid, it's like, I know what he's going to do. I know how this works. He's going to amaze us with these 30, 40-point performances. He's going to be spectacular. He's going to wow us. And we're going to be back on the bandwagon. I'm being transparent with my people. We're going to be back on the bandwagon, me included. Oh, yeah, he's back. Look, 30, 40, he's the best center in the league. Maybe talent-wise. But he only getting older. And the injuries only are going to become more frequent, in my opinion. I've had this feeling in my heart for a long time, and I have never shared it. I've been wanting to trade Joel Embiid for a while, but it's been an abusive relationship. Every time I'm ready to leave, he gives me a reason to stay. It's been an abusive relationship. We have been abused. We know we should leave. We know we should pack our bags. We know we should have an exit strategy. But for some reason, we keep coming back. We keep coming back to the same party. And some Sixers fans may say, Tone, what are you talking about? What? Trade Joel Embiid? Are you stupid? You're not a real Sixers fan. You just started talking about the 76ers. You ain't got no damn right. Who are you? What's your opinion on me? Nothing? You're right. I just became a Sixers fan. You're absolutely right. Man, shut the hell up. Born and raised in Philly. You feel me? Born and raised. 23rd and Diamond. Ask about me. I said what I said. I'm tired of this, brother. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Beyond just his health, right? Beyond just them sitting him, here's my real concern. Here's my real concern, y'all. Maxey, Paul George, and Embiid are not going to have enough chemistry with the role players. We're not going to be able to really maximize this roster if they don't play together. If Joel Embiid is not on the court, if Paul George is not on the court, and you got Maxey trying to be Superman every damn day with a bunch of role guys, like, what is this team really? We're never going to see the full potential of this roster if those guys aren't on the court together. I made this declaration yesterday, and I'm standing by it. I wrote it down with a date. I'm serious about this. If the Sixers do not get 45 to 55 total games minimum with Maxey, Paul George, and Embiid on the court together, they will not get out of the second round. I stand by that. I stand by that. Because I watched the Brooklyn Nets try to piece it together. Hey, one night we got James Harden. One night we got KD and James. One night we got Kyrie. One night we got Kyrie and KD. One night we got Kyrie and James and James and this and Kyrie. And I've seen the Brooklyn Nets try to go through this. And they could never get all these guys on the court at the same time. I think that Brooklyn Nets experience lasted, 2 years? And they played less than 30 games together in grand total? Am I tripping when I say that? Can somebody correct me? Can somebody fact check me real quick? How many total games did KD, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving play together? Somebody help me. I'm going to try to look too. Let's see. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. Check this out. It was worse than I thought. According to most sources, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden only played 16 games together in Brooklyn. 16 games. 16 games. 16 games? How long were they there? Let me see something. KD was in Brooklyn for 2.5 seasons. He was in Brooklyn for 2.5 seasons, KD. So that's basically how long the experiment lasted. Because I think Kyrie got there first, right? I think Kyrie was the first one that got to Brooklyn, right? And then it was KD, then it was Harden. Kyrie got there first, if I'm not mistaken. This is what I'm afraid of. This is what I'm afraid of, Philadelphia. Aren't you? I can't keep caping for this stuff. I can't. My man, Relative Time Work, says, Tone, I've never seen anything like this. Year after year, coach after coach, free agent after free freaking agent. This organization is plagued with a terminal lack of urgency. How can this continue? Time Works, brother, I so wish I had an answer for you. I really wish I had an answer for you, brother. I really, really do. But I don't. I have no answer for you. The Sixers are a frustrating team to watch. And again, I knew they would lose this game. I said it yesterday. I said, watch they blow this game. Watch they BS. Watch they get out hustle. Watch. I said that. I felt it. I felt it in my bones. I said they're gonna lose. I felt it. And lo and behold, they lost. Let me get into the box score a little bit. So for the Pistons, like I said, Tobias Harris played 35 minutes, went 8 for 18 from the field, 0 for 3 from deep, 14 rebounds. Tim Hardaway Jr. and Tobias Harris had 18. Hardaway Jr., 31 minutes, 16 points, 5 for 9. Sorry about that, y'all. Are we connected? I think we got some issues. Are we connected, y'all? Y'all got me? Let me get a thumbs up. Y'all got me? Can y'all hear me? Check, mic check. Want to make sure. I know I had a little bit of a hiccup there. We good? Talk to me. We good? All right, bet. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Sorry about that. So yes. Tobias Harris, 18 points, 14 boards, right? Tim Hardaway Jr., 16 points, 5 for 9 from the field, 5 for 7 from the three-point line. 31 minutes. Cade Cunningham, 6 for 15 from the field. 22 points, 4 for 8 from 3. 7 assists. Jaden Ivey, one of my favorite young players. 23 points, 9 for 17 from the field, 3 for 7 from deep. He was cooking. Jaden Ivey was cooking the Sixers. Cooking them. They had no answer for that young brother. No answer for that brother. And then Beasley came off the bench, 11 points. You know, let's get to the Sixers. Caleb Martin, 2 for 10 from the field, 7 points. 1 for 3 from deep. 5 rebounds. Andre Drummond, 9 points, 3 for 5 from the field, 11 boards, 4 offensive boards. Kyle Lowry, 20 minutes, 3 points, 1 for 3 from the field. Made 1 3-point shot, 2 assists. Tyrese Maxey, 40 minutes played, 32 points, 12 for 25 from the field, which is not bad at all. That's around 50%. That's really good. 12 for 25 from the field, 2 for 10 from the three-point line. That's unacceptable. Tyrese Maxey shot 20% from the field last night, or 20% from 3 last night. 20%. On the season, Tyrese Maxey is shooting 22% from the three-point line. 22%, a career low. And thank you for the super chat, Time Works. A career low for Tyrese Maxey. He shot better from deep as a rookie. He's shooting 22% from the three-point line. And he's taking significantly more threes than he normally does. He's shooting more threes and making less compared to last season. Now, granted, he is being asked to carry a lot. He's being asked to do a lot for the Sixers team. And it's not right. It's not right. Embiid, get your ass on the court. When is Paul George coming back? What's the game plan? We don't know nothing. And that's the problem. It's frustrating. And it shouldn't frustrate me this much this early in the season. But I have real concerns that this isn't going to get better. I have real concerns. You gave Paul George all that money. Embiid all that money. Maxey all that money. Caleb Martin all that money. And I hate counting brothers' pockets. I hate it. It's not my stilo. It's not my bag. I normally don't equate the money to performance. I normally don't get into that. I normally don't do that. Because you got the money for a reason. I normally don't get into other people's pockets. So I'm going to try to refrain from doing that. That's not my style. But you've invested a lot in this team. And we don't know anything about Joel Embiid's status. We don't know anything about his situation. We haven't been given a timeline. We haven't been given a projected date of return. Same thing for Paul George. We don't know the timeline. We haven't been given a projected date of return. We don't know anything, and that's not right. Every day, fans are guessing. Is this going to be the game Joel Embiid comes back? They stealing money. It's ridiculous. J Love says, we still don't know what's going on with Embiid. And with those stipulations in the contracts, that's what's killing me. 2 injury-prone players. The Sixers are cursed. Philly 007 says, I just want to see him do a little bit more playmaking. I hear you. Philly 007. I think you're talking about Maxey, right? I hear you. But you need him to score, too. You need him to score, and it's just like I don't know what else Tyrese Maxey can do. I mean, yes, he can shoot better from the three-point line. It starts with self. But I don't know what else he can do. He had to drop 45 to beat the Pacers. And I'm not saying the Pacers are a bad team. I'm not saying that at all. Trust me, I'm not saying that. The Pacers just beat Boston last night. But what I'm trying to say is, look at what it takes. Look at what it's taking for the Philadelphia 76ers to win one game. One game. It took Tyrese Maxey to score a season-high 45 points just for them to win a basketball game. It's not right. And the game went into overtime. So, look, I'm going to continue to cover these Sixers. I'm going to continue to give it my all because I'm invested. And I love the sport. I love this team. I really, really do. I love my city. I really, really do. And I love y'all. And I owe y'all my commitment. I owe you guys my effort. But damn. Like, all right, Maxey, Maxey a little cold right now. He a little cold from deep, okay. But he get into the cup, he get into the free throw line. He shot 12 for 25 from the field last night. He shot just under 50%. He's been aggressive. He's trying to facilitate. He has 7 assists. He's trying to get guys involved. These other guys not making their shots. They're not making their shots. In Philly 007, great point. The ball movement sucks. The ball movement sucks. What happened to the classic? Get the ball, 2 dribbles, pass the ball. Remember that old adage? They teach you that in high school. They teach you that when you were a kid. Hey, when you get the ball, don't take no more than 2 or 3 dribbles. If it's not there, pass it. The ball movement sucks. The effort sucks. Tyrese Maxey is on the island. We're forcing role players. We're forcing role players to have to be stars. Like, again, I'm trying to be measured with my expectations because you didn't pay Caleb Martin. You didn't pay Caleb Martin to be a secondary player. You didn't pay Kyle Oubre to be a secondary player. Kyle Oubre and Caleb Martin and Eric Gordon, all those guys they're actually doing exactly what you expected. On the season, Caleb Martin is averaging 12 points right now. Almost 11. Yeah, he's averaging almost 12 points a game on the season. Now, granted, he's not shooting that well from deep, and he's not really shooting that well from the field. But he's giving you an average of 12 points per game. That's what I expected. That's what I expected. Like Caleb Martin, he's never averaged more than 8 shots a game. Now he's averaging over 10 shots a game. Like Caleb Martin is honestly doing exactly what you expected. He's just not shooting the ball well right now. But as far as points, he's doing what you expected. Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre is averaging 19 points in the season. This is what you expected. They're role players. They're streaky. We're missing Paul George. We're missing Joel Embiid. But damn it, when are we going to see them? J Love says rebounding was horrible too. Bro, rebounding was horrible. Horrible. No effort. They got killed on the boards. They out-rebounded them 49 to 37. 49 to 37. That's a 12 rebound disparity. And guess what? Guess how many offensive rebounds? Guess how many offensive rebounds the Pistons had? 12. 12 offensive rebounds compared to our 8. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence at all. So look, let me look at the schedule and see when they play next. Let me look at the schedule, man. Because they're going to be the death of me. Let me see. Let me see what they got coming up next. Let's pull this up on the screen. Make sure you guys also hit that like button. I really do appreciate that. The like button is really, really important. Make sure you guys, as you guys come in and leave the live stream, make sure you guys hit that like button. That like button is very vital to the success of the show and to the success of the channel. So let's bring their schedule up on the screen here. Let's do this. All right. There it is. Okay. All right. So next up, this is their schedule. This is their schedule. They got Memphis, Phoenix, Clippers, Lakers, Hornets, Knicks, Cleveland, bro. They could lose every one of these games. They could lose every one of these games. I'm being honest. They can lose every single one of these games. They could lose to Memphis. And they got a West Coast. Phoenix going to smoke them. The Lakers going to smoke them. The Knicks going to smoke them. And the reason I'm saying that is because I don't know when Joel Embiid and Paul George are coming back. So I'm operating off of what we have right now. And they can very well lose all of these games. That's how bad they've been playing. That's how bad it's been. They can lose every single one of these games, and I wouldn't be shocked. Not one iota. But it is what it is. Your Sixers will lace it up on Saturday, November 2nd. They have Friday to get right. They have today and they have Friday to get right for their Saturday evening matchup against the Memphis Grizzlies. Their second home game in a row. So we'll see. We sure will see. I appreciate y'all. Got a lot of love for y'all. I'm grateful for the support. Grateful for the love. The way you guys have invested. Time works. Thank you for your super chat, brother. I want to give a shout out to my man J Love 47, Philly 007, RJ, TK Washington. Thank y'all for locking in. Carlos Holloway, thank you for being here. You feel what I'm saying? Thank y'all for showing mad love. James Jones, my father, Tone DeShields II, thank you for being here. Really do appreciate y'all for locking in on the show. And I also appreciate all of you others who are, just hanging out, vibing, watching the show. Maybe you're not chatting, that's fine. Maybe you're just kicking it, listening. I appreciate you guys too. I feel you. And also, thank you all who are watching the show on your own time. Those of you who are not watching the show live, maybe you're listening on Apple Podcast. Maybe you're watching it or listening on Spotify, or maybe you double back to the YouTube channel. I appreciate all of you guys who are watching this on your own time. And it goes without saying. So just make sure whoever comes in, whoever goes out, just make sure you smash that like button. And by the way, smash that like button. I've been your humble host, Tone DeShields II. And you guys were tuned in to a Philadelphia 76ers dose of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the gang.